of the rope to an ordinary ice cube. Now we put pinches of salt on top and wait for the reaction, during which the ice melted a little. But not everything is so simple. If you pull the rope, you'll realize that the cube is frozen to the rope, and very hard. No matter how you swing it, it won't fall off. And now, let's take a bigger cube and add salt that will need more than a couple of pinches. We will distribute it and attach an ordinary towel on top. We will firmly press it and turn it over so that the cube presses with its own weight. After about 2 minutes, the cube froze to the towel. And it can even be lifted into the air. Incredible reaction of ice with salt. We will need half a liter of water in a bottle. Let's leave it for about 4 hours and then put it in the freezer for another hour and a half. Carefully take it back out. Now strike one light blow and the water starts to freeze right in front of your eyes. Incredible, isn't it? Or you can hit the bottle on the table and get the same effect. And if you try to pour this water into a glass, it will begin to form an ice column. Carefully pour this water into a glass and then attach an ice cube to the surface. The water begins to gradually crystallize, and after a couple of seconds, the cube quietly stays on the solid surface. Tiny piece of ice is enough to trigger a freezing reaction in the whole glass. And just look how beautiful it is. By the way, you can pull off a similar trick with cola. But you need to freeze it for about 3 hours and 15 minutes. Open the lid by activating the gases. And then abruptly close it. And hit the bottle and the cola instantly turns into ice. Again, the trick with the lid. Then hit the table, and instead of a drink, it's an ice block. Let's take an ordinary ice cube and hit it with the hammer. It instantly shatters into small pieces. And now an unusual cube. The first blow didn't hurt him. And the second, and the third. And fourth. It's like it's indestructible. What's its secret? It's synthetic insulation. Pour the water into the ice mold and put the insulation in there. We fill it to the top and fill it with water all the way till the end. We'll freeze it and take our cube out. It looks like an ordinary ice, but even a hammer can't handle it. It's amazing how much its properties have changed from a piece of insulation. Let's take a fruit juice and pour it into a plastic bag like this. Let's put the bag in a bigger bag and now surround it with ice. Evenly distributed over the entire area of the packaging. It is important that the juice bag remains exactly in the center. And now add salt to the ice at a decent amount. Close the bag and distribute the salt inside so that it comes in contact with all the ice. Wrap it with the paper towel and leave it for 10 minutes. We take out a bag of juice, and what do we see? It seems we have a whole package of delicious fruit ice cream. In just a couple of minutes, you'll lick your fingers. Here we have 3 vessels with seemingly identical liquids. We gently lower a raw egg into each one of them, gently lowering them along the wall. And now let's add ice cubes here. In the first vessel, we have alcohol, egg, and ice drowned. In the second, there's fresh water. The ice has surface, and the eggs in the bottom. And in the third vessel, we have salt and water. There's ice and egg on the surface. Pour into a glass of water to the very edges and drop an ice cube into the water. The ice has melted, but the water doesn't seem to have been spilled. Then, we'll add another ice cube. Has melted, but the water's not overflowing yet, so immediately the third one. The third cube also did not allow the water to pour out, but unfortunately, the fourth place was not enough. And now we need water, soda, and vinegar. Mix soda and vinegar in the saucepan with the violent reaction. Let's leave them for about 3 hours. When the reaction is over and we got this mass, to which we will add more water. Turn on the gas and put the pan on the fire. Stir them over low heat until the liquid becomes almost transparent. Pour it into a glass vessel and leave it to cool down at room temperature. Pour a little of our liquid on the surface and it immediately begins to crystallize. We'll pick up a little powder from the walls on the pan with the wooden stick and dip it into ordinary water. Like snowflakes, they spread over the entire surface, as if freezing the water. Look at this pattern. The more points there are, the faster the reaction proceeds. Just look how beautiful it looks. Let's try to crumble our crystals. They look like ice, but they are hot. If we smoothly pour out our liquid, then it'll begin to form in such a column. The freezing is just instant. And if you lower a wooden stick into a vessel with this liquid, it instantly becomes covered with crystals and then completely gets stuck in the solidified liquid. This time, the crystals seem to create a flower on a stick, but they continue to grow, filling the entire container. Let's lower a branch of a plant into the container. Having so many points of contact, crystals fill the entire vessel almost instantly. This process looks truly fascinating. I want to watch it again and again. And most importantly, every time it's an absolutely unique result. Just fascinating. We will install a gas burner over a container of cold water. We will bring the glass tube to the fire and wait until the glass drops falls into the water, where it will instantly freeze. In addition to the drop itself, a thin glass thread freezes for which we will get them. Just look at how beautiful it is. But besides that, it's also very strong. You can't even break it with a hammer. But there's a trace left on the metal. And again. But it is worth pressing on the tail of the drop, as it literally explodes, scattering into small fragments. Look at it in slow motion. Fill the aquarium with water and put a piece of glass inside with the drawn circle. Let's take scissors and, attention now, cut the circle out of the glass. Yes, you heard it right. Underwater, you can cut glass with scissors. It's not as easy as cutting paper, but it's possible. Here is such a glass circle we have turned out to be. Not quite exactly, but the main thing is that it works. Take a glass and then swipe it with the moistened finger. Interesting sound, but what happens if you pour water into a glass? The glasses sound the same, but if you put something light on one of them, you can see that they resonate with each other. Let's take an ordinary glass bottle. Pour alcohol into a bowl and dip a ball into twine into it. Soak it well and wrap it around the center of the bottle. We set it on fire and begin to turn the bottle smoothly while the fire is burning. As soon as it goes out, we drop the bottle to the water with the sharp movement and it divides into 3 parts. Although there are failures, well, success. Look at the slice, not the smoothest, but also not bad. Fill the bottle with water almost to the neck. And then we deliver a powerful blow with the palm of our hand. Okay, one more. The bottom of the bottle is knocked out. Although perhaps not only the bottom, the pressure inside just breaks the bottle. Look what happened to them. We wrap the neck of the bottle with wire and twist it, and pull the free end into a resulting loop. Cut off the excess and twist it for reliability. It turns out to be such a pain. Now, heat the bottle with the burner until the glass gets hot and becomes soft and malleable. Now, it remains to pull the handle in the right direction. Let the glass cool down. Look at the fancy bottles we've made. Why, it's even more convenient this way. Take a car glass window. It's hardened, which means you can't just break it. Then let's take the spark plugs, and specifically this part, and throw them into the glass. It shattered into small pieces incredibly. Let's try again. Okay, one more time. Well, for the third time, it will definitely work out. Yes, it crashed.